Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. How's it going? Thought I'd do a bit of self promotion for a change on Instagram. Hello, how's it going? We're live. We're here. We're painting the Shugengan Lord. We have but 2 paints to apply to the model itself. So we've got the gems to do basically. So Warp Lightning and Blood Angels Red, and then we've got the base to do, and then it's done. I've had a bit of a day of it. So it's been fun. It's been long as well. I'll show you where we're at. This is where it is. So we've done this today. It's looking pretty good, even if I do say so myself. So that's what we're going to finish off. And then just kind of, yeah, that'll probably be everything that we'll do today. But how are you guys? You guys good? You're very quiet in chat. Or maybe my chat's just not doing the thing. Is it just not updating? Nope, just me. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Hello, Just Rex. There's life in the chat. Hello. Hello, Rockets Fly High. Emil Gonzalez. Hello. Tattoo Zoologist. DG Guy. Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you are in the world right now. So yeah, I started this morning. And I've painted my little socks off, and we're at this stage now where it's nearly finished, which means I should have enough time to do at least one more Cathay video before I poodle off to Warhammer World, which means I'm going to get the cannon done as well from the previous range of things. So yeah, which is pretty cool. I also I would have started this yesterday, but yesterday I spent doing some building of models I can't show you, but also painting some Rangers of the North. I just wanted to get some done. So if I can get the cannon done super quickly tomorrow, then it means I can spend what little time I have on Friday painting some MESBG models, which is very exciting. Very exciting for Josh indeed. But yeah. That's what we're doing. So we'll get on with that in just a minute. To go. So yeah, I just need the so it's red gems for pretty much everything that isn't a big gem. Otherwise it's green. Yeah. It's a pretty simple gem markup, to be honest. Which is really cool. But yes. Alright. Let's get on with it. Because I'm excited to be done with this one. To have spent the day. I will need to go and quickly look at Meow Ying video as well in just a minute. Because I can't remember how I did the rocks on her. But that's what I'm going to do for this one. Because I remember it being a pretty cool recipe. So let's go for it, shall we? So with our metallics now all highlighted, what we now need to do is just quickly do the gems, but also the eye of our Great Spirit Longma. So we're going to be using two colours, and these colours are Blood Angel's Red and Warp Lightning. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the Warp Lightning, we're going to apply this over the top of just the eyeball of the Great Spirit Longma. Just like that. We'll do it on the other one as well. But for the gems, what we're going to do is we're going to apply this Warp Lightning over the top of any large gems. Now there's two different types of gems going on here. We've got the large gems, which is stuff like this one here on the chest plate. And then there's one on the breastplate of the Lord itself, as well as the two that are on the weapon. But for all the other little gems, which are these little kind of dial things that are scattered around the model, like this one here, we're going to take a little bit of Blood Angel's Red, and we're going to apply that over the top of the little round bit in the middle. Just like that. There we go. Hello, Vicious Goose. How are you doing? You guys are very quiet tonight. I realised earlier today, as I was painting this guy, quite how much I frown as I'm trying to do. I was trying to highlight that cloak, right? And I was sat here like, and I realised because I was like, oh, my brow hath been furrowed. I'm doing it now. And I don't know if that's a new thing or if that was just this model. Could be both, I suppose. There we go. Finished. Painting's all finished, at least. Right, so the next job is to go over to the old YouTube channel and look up Miao Ying. I cannot remember for the life of me what I did, but that's what we're going to copy. Base 44 advert. Standard. And we skip to the end there. Right, thin down Basilicanum Grey, bit of Gilliman flesh. Right, so we actually want for this guy because it's not raising out of the ground. We probably want a little bit of green in there. Yeah, a little bit of mossy green. Okay, that would make sense. Okay. So I need to just make a quick correction on it, naturally, because we've had a little bit of overspill with other colours. So for that, I'm just going to very quickly apply a little bit of Wraithbone. Leave that to dry. And then we're going to apply our thinned down basilicanum grey. I think I will film this basing. Or at least the painted part. Some of these mistakes are quite dark. It's going to require 2 thin coats. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, it definitely will. Well, that is a... It's a roller coaster ride, that's for sure. Your chat seems to be working on stream. Can you tell Josh something is stopping the chat from working for some watchers? Thanks. I knew there was something weird. If you can hear me, I just read that from the Discord. Oh, good lord. What is that all about? I was just saying, like, why is no one saying anything? I was like, what's going on? What is that? Is so strange. Let me test it from my end. Me. Is chat working? Test? Let's see if I can see that. No, I can't see that. Or maybe I will in a minute. It's very peculiar. Let me try refreshing. That's very strange. It's not letting you, is it just not letting you do it? Is it just deleting your message? I don't know what I'm saying. I can't read your, I can read the messages in Discord, but I can't read the messages out here. I can see the emojis. I can see all of that. What? Dan says, yeah, chat's effed on YouTube. Is that just a me thing, or is that a platform wide thing? Can't even remember Milestone. Liam's had issues too. Oh, it's everyone. Oh. Now it's telling me YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. But on my end, it's all green. Coming up with this, subscribers only mode. Messages that appear are from people who subscribe to the channel for 5 minutes or longer. Yeah, that's the usual. It's the usual setting I have on it. It's so that it's again. I'm just chatting with my Discord now. It's to stop bots basically, because if you don't have subscribers mode put on, then the bots just come in and run rampant. Start trying to sell you sex toys and things like that, or yelling at me for existing. The angry bots. Well, let's hope that it kind of maybe sorts itself out. I'll keep going for a little while longer. I won't just end the stream. I'm gonna. Oh, I just got a waving hand there from Edward in the YouTube chat. I'll keep going for a little while longer. I'll apply the next bit of paint to this. So emojis seem to work. Shall I try it? I'll go with this guy. Wait a minute. Are we working now? YouTube? Okay, we appear to be in emojis only chat. So we can play a fun game where you try and communicate to me in emojis. How does that sound? Oh my goodness me. That's very funny. Alright. Wow. Wow, YouTube. I should get in touch with them and say, dear YouTube, as somebody with 100,000 subscribers, this is unacceptable. Alright. I'll just have to be double the amount of charismatic and than I usually am. Maybe that's what we'll go for. Yeah? Let's just do that. This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. But I am enjoying emoji only chat. That's quite fun. There's a couple of streamers that I didn't know this was a thing, right? There's a couple of streamers that I watch though, that when they go on, because they stream for a long time, they are streamers. When they go on break to go to the loo or to go and have their lunch or whatever, they will literally put down, sorry guys, we're going into whilst I'm away, I'll put you into emoji only chat. That way, somebody doesn't, come in and sort of starts talking about stuff that they shouldn't be talking about whilst the streamer isn't there or the moderation team isn't there. And I was like, oh, that is a thing. That is a thing. Because I didn't know that emoji only chat was a thing, but it is on Twitch, but it's not here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's not here on YouTube. Oh, that's funny. That is very funny. Okay. Well, I'm just currently waiting for the Wraithbone to dry on the base. So you guys are slaying it with the emojis. Well done. Well, if anybody is here who wanted to gift a super chat or anything like that to the channel for doing the Spirit Longma, there is the PayPal link down in the description. So you can still support me that way if none of this is going to work. Thanks, YouTube. Well done. Good stuff. Shall we see if I'm eligible for my silver award yet? Creator awards. Whilst YouTube's down, I'm going to go and make them try and check to see if this other thing works. Let's go and see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, not yet. They're still reviewing. Sad. Sad. Sag. I gotta say, right now, I do feel like a really successful streamer just seeing the only emojis. This is what like people who have like 4,000 people watching them. This is what it looks like. That's pretty cool. It's pretty dope for me right now. Right. This is nearly dry. Nearly dry. I will get the Basilicanum Grey off the shelf though, because we're going to need that in just a minute. And then we what we do is we put that on, leave it to dry, and then in like the recesses and the crevices and stuff, we use a bit of green. Are you unable to see text chats? The vast majority of them, yes, James. No, they're not working. Yours is working. Well, that one worked, but for a lot of people, apparently it's a YouTube-wide issue. Where are we putting the plaque? Says Marley. Oh, maybe the text is working at last. I don't know. I don't know how big it is. That's the thing. I think they've made them smaller. I think they're maybe like A5 size now. Five by 6. Oh, it looks like it's working now. Dan, thank you very much for being a member for 25 months. I was trying to say congrats on 100k. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we did it. They're 5 by 6. It's tiny. It's really small. That's lame. The ones I see everybody else talking about, they're like, here's my A4 page. That sucks. Need you again. Right, it was two by 1, little bit of Gilliman flesh for some dirt, little bit of green for some moss. Yes, 2-to-1 Larmian Basilicanum. Okie dokie. Let's go for it, shall we? So we need 1 brush load. 2 brush loads. 3 brush loads. 4 brush loads. 5 brush loads. 6 brush loads. Because the ratio is 2-to-1, the amount I mix is 4-to-2, because you can do more of the model that way. Right, here we go. Boom. Pause. Let's go for it. And so with that all done, our Shugengan Lord is now, well, finished. So it's time to quickly work on the base. And the colour we're going to be using for this is a roughly 2 parts Larmian Medium to 1 part Basilicanum Grey. And we're going to apply this over the top of the entirety of this rock. There we go. Give me a few moments whilst I do the rest of that. I'm going to finish off the rest of this base in the same way that I do all of the Cathay, using the Geek Gaming Scenics mix, the Mediterranean soil one. So that's why there's really not a whole lot to do to the base. Just filming this little bit isn't the end of the world, is it? Does help it feel a little bit more complete. One thing I will say about painting this model is there's a lot of clearance around it for various things, but what it really is it's a really good exercise in extracting your brush without accidentally hitting something that's hanging down. Because the other half of having good brush control, right, to be able to get into the bits that you can't see, it's a twofold path for that. There is, of course, the careful approach on the way into the model, but there is also the careful extraction of the brush from the model. And this is definitely one of those ones where the extraction is the thing you have to really bear in mind. Because you've got things like the whiskers of the Longma. The wings are not particularly kindly placed, I would say. So getting into all the nooks and crannies is possible, but getting out of them is the thing you have to bear in mind as you're painting this guy. So you have to be as careful on the way out as you are on the way in. Right. Basilicanum Grey applied. Now we wait. I picked a bad day to notify Instagram that I was going live if the chat's broken. Cool. I would ask you guys what you're up to. Can you describe what you're up to in your best emoji? If they're still working? Or if they're not working, that's fine. I see typing in Discord. Alan Guard says, paintbrush. This is the third time I've written this. One of the main reasons I didn't do Cathay was because of the Shugengan Lord. And you go and do a model. I can't start a second Old World army, Josh. That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. You don't have to. You don't have to do everything I do. If you do everything I do, you might as well come and take my job, you know. I warn you, it's badly paid and it's long hours. But it's not without its benefits. You get to work from home. For the most part, people are really nice. Joe. How do I paint betrayal? Quiet, you. I think we will go with Creed Camo as our moss. I just have to find it. As you can tell by my paint racks, they have been ravaged the last couple of days. And it's not because I've run out of lots of paints, it's because I've used lots of paints and I need to tidy them away. But I only like to do that at the end of things. And I'm not at the end of this yet. A Creed Camo? No. Eldari Emerald. Creed Camo up there? No. It's definitely down here. It should be over here, because this is where I put the Rangers of the North stuff. Yes, there it is. So we need Creed Camo, and we need Gilliman Flesh as well, which should be somewhere over here, because I used it earlier for the face. There is a system that goes on. Is that it? No, that's Agrak Surfshade. That's Cygor Brown. Skeleton Horde. Gorgrunter Fur. Gilliman Flesh, right there. So we need those. And once that's dry, we can apply that. Then we wait for that to dry, then we dry brush it with Administratum Grey, and then the model is painted. 3 steps remain. It's been quite a good day, overall. This is what I've done all day, is paint this guy. But I did also paint, like I said, I was saying yesterday. Yesterday? I was saying earlier. Yesterday, I did these guys. So I've done 5 out of the 12 of my Rangers of the North. Here they are. So that's the Ranger of the North, and that is a Dunedain model. Keeping things quite simple, which is nice. Simple but effective. So I painted all of these. And then I was like, I could just go through and do all of these now. There's still 7 more of these left to go. But when you throw Aragorn into the mix, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty cool, even if I do say so myself. And so at the moment, this is one of the MESBG lists we're going for, is the Grey Company. So in a low point game, that is an army basically, because these are like 25 points a model, and he's like 170, something like that. So 125. There you go. 300 point army right there. 6 models. Somewhere in the region. The full lot is so I've got Rangers, or it's the Grey Company is what it's called. Grey Company. Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Elladan, Elrohir, Halbarad. And then we have spears. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spears. 5 spears, surely. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, only 4 spears. 5 spears. 5 spears. We have 5 with spears. Oh no, hang on, I'm being silly. And then we have 7 without spears. So the full army. Eladan, Elrahir, Halbarad with the Banner of Arwen, Evenstar, Legolas with Elven Cloak, Gimli with Elven Cloak, and Aragorn with Elven Cloak is 950 points. It's 18 models. So we're yet to paint Eladan and Elrahir. But this right here, for those of you thinking, I might dip my toe into MESBG at some point. This right here. Legolas, Gimli, Halbarad, Eladan, Elrahir, and 12 Rangers of the North. That is a 950 point army. So for 2 more Rangers of the North, we would have 1,000 points, but I don't have 2 more. I only have this 12. Which is pretty darn cool. Not very effective, though. We're very close now. If I was going to be irresponsible, I would paint more of this tonight. But I'm choosing to be responsible. So I will paint more Cathay tonight. In the form of the Great Cannon. But yeah, it's going alright. I need to paint these 3, and then these are the ones that are going to be filmed. We do also have Eladan and Elrahir on horse as well. I will be filming them, but you can't have them in Grey Company. They're in Linden or Rivendell, whatever it's called. So they're not on their horses at the Pelennor, which is fun. And then, of course, the other half of that video is the Army of the Dead, which we've done all of that. And I just need to base it. And then we'll have done 3 MESBG lists this year, which is very exciting. Very exciting for Josh. Only 6 more to do. One of the things I'm going to be on the lookout for at Warhammer World this weekend is Uruk-hai with crossbows and various other Uruk-hai stuff. Let's get all of this out of the way. So we can do a sort of companion video to our riotously successful Isengard battle host, but also get a Army of the White Hand video together. Right, how are you getting on, Basilicanum Grey? You nearly dry? Nearly there. Another 2 minutes. Let's just do that. So gravity will, I'm sure, do something. But yeah. So that's our last alliance, Grey Company, and Return of the King. We've got Rohan as well. Moria. We've got a number of Rohan lists, but it's just going to be one big Rohan video. So we have Rohan. We have a Minas Tirith as well, actually. We have Moria. We have Isengard. We have Mordor, and we have the Eagles. I have a full Eagles, all the time list. Which is exciting. Which contains Gwaihir, 2 fledglings and 4 great eagles. I think that was it. Maybe not. It was... No, that is right. Guai here, 4 great eagles and 2 fledgling great eagles. Which I'm veering towards being the list I will probably take to Ardacon, because I think it's a spectacle and it's fun. But I'm open to changing my mind. Based on the various other things that we're working on. I think we can probably get away with this now. Let's go for it. Okay. And so with our Basilicanum Grey and Lamia Medium mix applied to the rock, what we're then going to do is going to add a little bit of weathering to the rock by using 2 colours, Creed Camo and Gilliman Flesh. And what we're going to do is the Gilliman Flesh is effectively our dirt, the Creed Camo is going to be our moss. So we're going to start with some Gilliman Flesh, and we're going to apply this, for example, just under here. Like that sort of thing. We're also going to apply this sort of more towards the bottom. Of our rocks. We can apply this like so, and then if we want to, because it's a bit too hard a transition, we can just wash the brush, touch off the water, and just sort of blend it a little bit, just to make sure there aren't any kind of unnatural lines in the model. Apply a little bit more Gilliman Flesh around there. Keep bringing it around. Like so. We'll wash the brush. Do a little bit of blending over the top of that. Just by sort of basically wiping the excess off, really. Ooh, got a bit of a hard line there. Get rid of that. And then we've got another little bit. Just like that. That'll do for some dirt. Wash the brush. Give it just a little blend, like that. Then, for some moss, for the Creed Camo, what we do is almost the same thing, but we're going to stick towards things like recesses. So we're just going to apply this like so. And bring it down into the Gilliman Flesh as well. And then once again, wash the brush. Touch off the water, and then just give it kind of a once over, quite roughly. With a clean dry brush. Well, dry-ish brush. You don't want too much on your brush as you're doing this, you just want to get sort of small amounts as you go. Of course, be wary of the model itself. Marvellous. So now we wait for that to dry, then we give it a dry brush of Administratum Grey, and then we are done. Which is exciting, isn't it? It's cool. We might need to do this as well. Probably should just do this on the stream as well. Why not? Otherwise I'll leave it to the last minute. This video's got to be edited for Saturday. Because I'm not here. So it means I've got to edit it to Friday. And we've still got 2 Osteart Bone Reapers videos to come out as well. So we've got the old Thanatex Tithe, and we've got the Mortek Triaxes, which means I've got to finish their bases as well. And then we'll also have part 2 of our 20 minutes a day, because I'll be finishing them tonight. I haven't done my 20 minutes for today yet, because I've just been locked in on the Shugengan Lord, but we'll be finishing them tonight, the Victrix Honor Guard, which is exciting. Well, getting the Stellar, not quite finished. There'll be a dry brush and a tufting tomorrow. So it's taken 26 days to do those. So what's that? That's 20. I don't want to do the maths. Oh, no, I can do it easy. 26 times 20. Or 20 26s. It's 264, 520. That's 520 minutes to paint 3 guys. And the previous lot took 31 days. And that was 5 models. So, theoretically, the difference is 5 days. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's another 100 minutes to paint another 2 models at the same time, which is interesting. So the question is does that mean that we can paint, for example, a Terminator Captain in about 240, 260 minutes? Maybe. There's just one of them. We'll have to see. Maybe that's what I'll do next. Because it is a Terminator, so they're a lot more bulky. Bigger and bulky. There's a bit more to them. Just a touch. Nearly there. Boo boo boo. It's a good job I had a practical stream to do tonight, rather than a sit and talk, right? Because that would be really sad. Just chatting into the void. Especially with chat being broken. I'd have been really depressed as well if I'd had a really good topic and we had like 120 people in here. And I was just like, so what do you guys think? Silence. I guess I'm just dropping nothing but hot takes. Although, whilst chat can't reply, we could spit some seriously hot takes. But then there is the comment section afterwards. Presuming that still works. Which wouldn't be ideal. Right, here we go. Move that out of the way. That doesn't need to be there. And so to finish things off, what we're now going to do is take some Administratum Grey and we're going to dry brush this over the top of the rock. And then we're going to use our usual base ready mix from Geek Gaming Scenics. It's the Mediterranean soil one for all of the negative space. But that concludes our Great Spirit Longma Lord Shugengan video. Easy as that. Of course, you haven't seen the rest of the video yet. But it's not a particularly troubling one, this one, I don't think. Interestingly enough, I think the thing I borrowed from the most to paint this one was Drasher Vaughan from Darkwater. I thought to myself, do you know what? We got a really good orange and yellowy skin recipe there. Let's just follow it. Of course, we had to make a couple of adjustments for this one because that's a different model. But yeah, we just followed that really, and that got us the majority of the way. Which is pretty cool. Alright. Now that's done, I'm going to real quickly do this. Let's at least just get this bit done. So, I have this fast drying basing glue from Geek Gaming Scenics, and I've done this on the channel before in various forms. But what I like to do is I like to use my texture spreader to move it around. And then rather than kind of drive this one into a pile, I've actually taken to just sprinkling it on top. It's felt a bit easier to do. So I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to put a big old blob of it there and a big old blob of it there. Ooh, we're not going to use gravity to move it. Thank you. We might need just a little bit more PVA. Just there. So we can spread that around a little bit. So yeah, this is what I've taken to doing, is I've got my little tray here, and then just from this sort of angle, just sprinkling it in. I feel like it helps me sift it for the bits I don't want as well. And it creates a fearful bloody mess, but that's fine. Is it efficient? No. Is it how I like to do it? Yes. Is that what matters? Yes. Marvelous. And that's it. Got to go to bed now. See you later, Illy. I think I got that one, Illy. I then use this large terrain brush to just sweep things up. I'll just let that cure for a bit and then I'll shake it off later on. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all we needed to do. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen it. You've seen me finish it. I've got to do the rim as well, but I can't do that now, so I've put the PVA glue and all of the base stuff on. So, yeah. I mean, there's nothing else really to say or do. The chat's not working. I'm done working. So, yeah. I guess we'll wrap things up there. It's a short stream. This always seems to happen. We just have a random day where just YouTube issues happen and I can't stream properly, so it's a shame. But there we go. That's a short one. We've got an hour and 10 though. It's not just the connection broke. So we'll leave it there, I reckon, because we've done what we set out to do. You can expect this video on Saturday. Contrast plus how to paint Shugengan Lord on Great Spirit Longma. We'll be with you very, very soon. Much sooner than usual with this sort of thing. And then hopefully next Thursday there will be the Great Canon of, or Grand Canon, whatever it is, Great or Grand. The Canon of Cathay with the crew as well. So, but I've got to get them painted. And then hopefully at some point as well YouTube decides to send me my silver plaque, So then I can put out my my celebration video. Even though we're very clearly over 100,000, as you can see, 100,292. But I want to have the plaque as a prop. I want to be able to show it to you in that video. So, you know, that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I will see you all very soon tomorrow for videos. More Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Please watch them. I know AOS isn't everyone's favourite, but please watch them. Yeah. See you later, guys. Bye.